Doctor, how do you imagine the first living being in the Earth?
Okay, so the way that we think about the very first cells on Earth is that they had to be much simpler than any modern existing cell. So we think of a similar overall structure with a cell membrane and some genetic material inside that gives information that can be passed on from generation to generation. But of course, there's no biological evolved materials, no enzymes, probably no DNA. So a very, very simple organization. And then the real question is, if you have the right building blocks, the right chemicals, how do they all come together to generate the first very, very simple cells, which is the main subject of our current research.
Mm-hmm. You have been studying the polymerization of RNA within experimental vesicles. What are the main conclusions or results in your works?
So a couple of years ago, for the first time, we were able to do RNA copying chemistry inside simple vesicles made from fatty acids. So it was a big breakthrough for us because for the first time we can do the copying of genetic information inside a artificial cell membrane. So it's a step towards building a complete protocell, primitive cell. Of course, there are still many steps to go. We have to be able to efficiently copy longer RNA sequences, which is something we're working on. But we think if you can put everything together, the whole system can grow and divide just like any living cell. Should be able to start evolving and evolve new functions that allow it to adapt to its environment. And that's the real thing we would like to see in the future.
Mm-hmm. And finally, what's your opinion, what do you think about the life beyond the Earth, in other galaxies, in other planets? It would be possible or not?
I think it's certainly possible. What we don't really know, of course, this is what everyone wants to know who studies exoplanets, is there life there, right? And the thing that we don't really know is how easy or hard it is to go from the chemistry of a young planet to the simplest beginnings of biology. There are many things that are making us think that may be a series of fairly easy transitions, but it's still possible that there are some hard steps that make the origin of life very rare. So in our laboratory studies, we want to see if there's a pathway that makes it look easy all the way, in which case we would conclude that there is probably life on millions of planets out there in our galaxy alone. If we find that there are very hard steps that make the origin of life very difficult, then it's possible life is very rare in the universe. Maybe this is the only place in the whole universe that has life. So we need to do the experiments in the lab, and we need to do the observations, the astronomical observations, to search for signs of life on other planets. So it's one of the most exciting areas of science today.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you.